Chris Rock may have it twisted. He once said that women can't go back financially and men cannot go back sexually. So if you get all freaky with a dude, that's the new baseline for him, right? In this case, though, it's the girlfriend that isn't satisfied unless they continue to get freaky. Mo's got the email.
Hi, Bert Show. I'm hoping the ladies of the show can help me with a slight relationship issue I'm having. I'm starting to doubt my girlfriend's loyalty. We've been together for over 2 years, and we had a rocky start to our relationship. Within the first 6 months, I caught her emotionally cheating on me. One day, she left her watch at home, and several romantic messages were coming in from a guy she was working with at the time. I confronted her. She swore that nothing physically was going on between them. Ultimately, I decided to forgive her and move forward with our relationship. Fast forward to a few weeks ago, we went on a trip with 3 other couples. My girlfriend was a little tipsy, and she asked if we could both, quote-unquote, play piano with her best friend. This wasn't odd because it's something we've done once before. However, this time her friend is now in a relationship, so I felt uncomfortable. After telling her how I felt, she asked me hypothetically, what would I say if she played piano with her friend and her friend's boyfriend without me?
Oh, now we got a problem.
I told her that I wouldn't be cool with it. Shocker. And she's never mentioned it again.
Can we pause there for just 1 second? Let's just pause there for 1 second. She shot her shot, but the shot can never be taken back.
Never.
And that changes everything, I think.
Yeah, even asking me that.
Yes.
That's going to create issues that we are going to have to deal with.
I feel like in life there are certain things you can ask, and it's totally okay. It's okay to ask, and it's okay for the person to say no. For instance, on planes, when a stranger says, hey, will you switch seats with my son so I can sit next to him? It's okay for them to ask, and it's okay for you to say no.
Yeah.
All right?
It's not going to change your relationship with that passenger forever, though.
Now, in this instance, the ask, well, that's the infraction.
That's all in.
Like, doing it is one thing, obviously, but even asking, hey, can I have sex with 2 other people, neither one of them being you? Mm-hmm. That's going to leave a mark.
Whoever said it doesn't hurt to ask clearly didn't consider this scenario.
You know what I'm saying?
What are they going to do? Say no?
I don't even think you're done with the email.
No.
Now I'm worried because this weekend she's going on a trip with a friend that she wanted to hook up with. Since I won't be a part of this trip, I can't help but feel as if she'll cheat on me and do whatever she wants.
I don't blame you for thinking that way.
So how do I address my concerns without accusing her of something she hasn't done yet? Thanks for your advice, Josh.
Josh, you're screwed, bro.
Gosh.
You're not in a good way.
Okay, so my saying is that you always end up back to your authentic self. You can lie to yourself for so long. You can try to quiet that voice that's in your head. But at some point or another, month, 6 months, year, you always come back to your authentic self. If this is what she wants, he's not into it, she's going to be cool for now. But at some point or another, it's going to be an issue again because that's what she wants.
Yeah. Josh, I don't think you trust her. And I think you need to ask yourself point blank why you don't. And I think it's probably because you know deep down that you got with this girl who, when you first met her, was probably this really fun, sexually confident, sexually fluid woman. And that was really attractive to you in the beginning. But at the end of the day, months later, you're still dating that woman. But it affects your relationship differently now that there are feelings there. So I think you're just starting to notice the incompatibilities in your relationship where maybe she's the type of person that needs this in her life, and that's okay that you're not okay with it, but you might have to have a conversation with yourself recognizing that maybe you guys just aren't fit for each other.
Now, we have listeners that live in the quote-unquote lifestyle that might be able to help here better than we can. 1-855-BERT Show. Because as somebody that has never, that doesn't live this lifestyle, for me, this is a real infraction, right? And I don't know that I would ever be able to go back because my first question would be, why? And then I would need to hear the reasoning. But I think, based on what my dad used to tell me when he was screwing around on my mom all the time, is that he could separate the emotional from the physical without a problem whatsoever. To him, it wouldn't have been an infraction because he wasn't emotionally tied into it.
If she really cared about Josh, she wouldn't be going on this trip. Like, you have now put out there that you wanted to get intimate and physical with another person, right? And you asked and he said no. And now you're going on a solo trip with her. I feel like I personally feel that's disrespectful, because if I'm putting myself in his shoes, if my husband came to me and said, hey, I want to have a threesome with you, me, and Cassie. And I was like, nah, I'm not down for that. And then he and Cassie are going on a solo trip like a couple weeks later. Absolutely not. Like, that's like you're putting yourself in dangerous territory, and you're putting yourself in amongst temptation, and you're potentially jeopardizing the relationship for what? And even though they're friends, you've put that out there. So now, sorry, you can't take solo trips together anymore. Like, if you want to take a group trip, sure, with me there, okay. But as far as taking a solo trip with somebody you came and asked if you could have sex with, absolutely, no, you can't do that, man.
So out of bounds.
Yeah, there are red flags and there are deal breakers. And for me, this would be a deal breaker, because the moment you ask me if you can be intimate with another man, it's not even at that point about you wanting to do that. That's cool. That's your life. That's how you want to live. And I'm not mad at you. But now it becomes a thing where I'm going to feel like I have to police the things you do. And I don't want to do that.
Amen.
Like, I always talk about the couples who don't allow their significant other to take certain trips and go to certain places. And I've never wanted to live like that, because I believe you should be able to trust your partner. But telling me something like that is going to take the trust up out of me real fast. And we're going to have to move on
I
from there.
literally watched the trust float out of my body and float away.
Floating.
Done and done.
Done and done.
The Bert Show.